Hey fishing friends, JC here with Rad Reeling Fishing. Hey, this video is for you beginners out there that want to take your main braided fishing line and attach it to a swivel or to a hook or to a lure, and you want to get that to lock in good because you may have tried to use just a plain old clinch knot or an improved clinch knot and it just won't work. It has a tendency to slip. Hey, I've got two knots that you guys can use that'll lock down really good on that swivel or the hook or on your lure. So this is for you guys who are beginners out there. You guys who are intermediate and experts, you already know how to do this stuff, but you can watch it anyway. All right, so this video is going to be awesome, you guys. Let's do this. Okay, I have 50-pound test braid here, which would represent the main line for my fishing pole, and I have a pretty good size swivel right here. So I'm going to show you the two knots that I use to attach a swivel to my main braid line when I'm fishing. So my first option is going to be the Palomar knot, and I usually tie this whenever I just have the swivel and I have not attached the monofilament or the fluorocarbon leader. So there's a couple ways you can do this. You can double the line over first, like that, and then you can stick it through the eye of the swivel, or you can stick the line through the swivel that way, pull it through, and then put it back through. But either way, the idea is to get the line doubled. Once you get the line doubled, you're going to go from like my left hand or to the other side about 12 inches, that swivel being in the middle at about 6 inches. Okay, now I'm going to take where I have the tag in, I'm just going to grab that, and what I want to do now is, I'm just going to do a loop, just your overhand or a loop knot. Okay, it's going to bring that around and then bring the doubled over tag end through the middle of that loop that I just created. Once I bring it through, I'm going to take that swivel, and that swivel wants to come through the doubled over tag end like that. Once you get that through, you can pinch that right there, right where the line is. Pinch that really tight because you don't want that loop to slip back down underneath the eye on the swivel. So you want to pinch that really tight right there at the knot, and then take the main end and the tag end and then just gently pull those tight. And at some point here you can just take the main end and just pull that. See how my fingers are keeping that from like going down on the swivel. It'll stay up on the knot. Pull that tight, pull your tag end tight, and there. That Palomar knot is locked in really good. Now the Palomar knot, from what I understand, from watching the Knot Wars videos, if you haven't seen those, you should check those out. But the Palomar knot won the Knot Wars. The final round of the Knot Wars was the improved clinch knot versus the Palomar knot, and the Palomar knot won. Okay, so that's the Palomar knot. Now let me show you the knot that I use if I happen to, let me cut that off of there, making a mess. All right, let me show you the knot that I use if I happen to have the leader already tied on. So let's just go ahead and tie this leader on there. All right, so I went ahead and took time to tie a hook on the leader. I got my leader line here and it's attached to my swivel. Now you can see with the Palomar knot, the problem here is, with the Palomar knot, the problem is that when you put it through and you create that first overhand knot, then the swivel has to go through that. So now with the Palomar knot, you have to pull the swivel through, all the leader line, and then you have to try and pull the hook through, and you have to do all this without getting all tangled up. And it can be done, but it's kind of I just did it. All right, so there was the Palomar knot. I actually did it with the leader line on there. If this had actually been like a lure, that would have been hard to do, but I did do it with the Palomar knot. But I have actually kind of modified a clinch knot. I call it just a double line clinch knot or something, you know, I don't know what you'd call it, but it works, okay? And it's easier than using the Palomar knot. So basically all I do is I just double over that main line braid, okay? And then I stick it through the eye of the clinch knot, stick it through the eye of the swivel, and then I tie a clinch knot. So a clinch knot is just, you've got the doubled over line here, you got the doubled over line there, you create that big loop in the middle, and then I tie a clinch knot by just twisting my fingers through. But you can see I'm twisting that line 6 to 8 times around like that, and then the clinch knot, the tag end, the doubled over tag end comes through the middle of the big loop, and then you pull that down tight like that. Pull that down tight. Yep, and that's just it's a doubled over clinch knot, and it works really good. See, the problem with braid, you can't just tie a plain clinch knot that's just like a singled strand, or an improved clinch knot singled strand, because something about the braid, the knot wants to slip. But you can double your braid line over like that, and that clinch knot now will not slip. And you can, you know, trim those tag ends closer if you need to. But I use that doubled over clinch knot whenever I have tied the leader already to the swivel. Sometimes I forget to tie the braid main line on the swivel first with the Palomar knot, and I tie the leader on and get the lure or whatever on there, and it's just kind of difficult to do the Palomar knot when you have the leader and everything on there. So I opt to do the doubled over braided line clinch knot there. So, well, those are the two knots that I use, you guys, to attach a swivel to my main braid line. Man. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, we got another good one, man. Woo! Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Whoa, baby. Whoa! We got a friggin', we are rocking here, man. Oh my gosh. Whoa. Oh my, Mike. This thing is bigger than the one I had yesterday. This thing is ripping, man. Not feeling the shakes yet. Yeah. He's coming back this way now. This is crazy right here. Woo! This is a bull. If it's a red, it's a bull. Just, I want to see it now. I want to see it now. Oh my goodness. My goodness gracious. Woo! My teeth. Oh my. Goodness. Woo! Woo!